Hello everyone! Today, we're diving into a JavaScript feature that's often overlooked but super powerful: symbols. Symbols are a special kind of primitive value introduced in ES6. They were designed to solve a very specific problem: creating unique identifiers for object properties that won't collide with anything else, even if other code adds properties with the same name. So, what exactly is a symbol? Well, it's a primitive, just like a string or a number. But here's the key difference: every symbol is unique. Even if you give two symbols the same description, they're still completely separate. For example, here I create two symbols with the description ID. Even though the description matches, the symbols themselves are completely different, so comparing them with triple equal sign returns false. The description is just for us humans, for debugging. It doesn't affect the uniqueness. Okay, but why do we need them? You see, before symbols, JavaScript objects could easily have property name collisions, especially in libraries or when combining code from different sources. Symbols fix this by giving each property a truly unique key that won't conflict with anything else. So how do you create it? Well, we actually saw this a moment ago. You simply call the symbol function, optionally passing in a description as a string. There is also one important detail. As I was mentioning before, symbol is a primitive value, just like numbers, strings, or booleans. Because of this, you don't use the new keyword when creating one. Some people make this mistake, thinking that the parentheses mean it's a constructor of the object, but it is actually invalid syntax and will throw an error. Sometimes you also want a symbol to be shared across different parts of your app. That's where symbol.for comes in. Symbols created using this method are stored in a global registry, so different modules can access the same symbol reference. This is possible because symbol.for works a bit differently compared to simple function that we used before. When you call this method, JavaScript first checks the global symbol registry to see if a symbol with that description already exists. If it finds one, it returns that existing symbol. If not, it creates a new one, stores it in the registry, and then returns it. If you have a symbol created with for method, you can also use symbol.keyFor to get back the string key that was used to create it, which is great for debugging. It is also worth mentioning that JavaScript has the list of predefined symbols, called well-known symbols. These let you customize how objects interact with built-in behavior. For example, here, I create a custom object called myCollection. By adding the special symbol.iterator method, I make this object iterable. This allows me to use a for-of loop directly on it, and it will go through each number in the items array. It is also worth mentioning that while symbols are very useful, there are some caveats to be aware of. For example, when you stringify an object that contains symbol-based properties, JSON will completely ignore those properties. This is intentional, as symbols are meant mainly for internal or private use. They also don't show up in normal property enumerations, so getOwnPropertyNames method will not return them. To access symbol properties, you need to call object.getOwnPropertySymbols method. And that's a wrap on JavaScript symbols. Next time you need collision-free keys or want to extend JavaScript behavior safely, reach for a symbol. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and of course subscribe for more. Bye.